Here we have a Lego Iron Man MOC set as designed by Ransom Fern. So Ransom Fern took two Iron Man Lego sets and one Ransom set and created this lovely Iron Man stand-up figure like this. And whilst I would say that it was a little bit on the tricky side to build, the end result looks great and fantastic on one's grown-up bookshelf. And it has a whole bunch of articulation, and it does have a nice feature of a light up chest, which at this particular point I can't quite remember how it's supposed to do. So before, it was supposed to have a little flap here to push to light up, but I think I might have set up that bit wrong. But yeah, it's got a nice little light up chest like so, and ultimately I think this looks like a really nice set for anyone's grown-up bookshelf, and it looks great. Well, it seems like Lego decided to copy Ransom Fern's homework and change it a little bit, because they ended up releasing their own, oh, it's a big box, Lego Iron Man set themselves. Lego Iron Man Mark III Collector's Edition set number 76344 is the number, and it's a big old box. I wanted to buy this, and I've had it for storage for quite some time, as you can tell by that dust right here. The obvious reason to buy this set is to compare it with the MOC over here, which is better out of the two. It's a large box and there isn't much going on it except to show the entire Lego Iron Man set, which also comes with a little Iron Man minifig and a nice little base to display the whole thing. And you can see that it's quite a big boy. It's a very tall boy, and I think, I might be wrong, but it looks like it's going to be taller than the MOC design. I also see that it's another 1 to 4 builder set, which shows that up to 4 people can build individual components to build the whole entire set in one piece. And it looks like one might need it to reduce the building time. I did a little bit of research online on how long this takes to build, and estimates seem to be between 3 to 4 hours to build. And with 1,297 pieces, I can see that this is going to be a lengthy build. One thing I'm unsure about this whole set is the head itself. I'm not too sure about this little mouthpiece. It looks a little bit strange to me and silly. I don't know if you can see what I mean, but the original flat face is just a printed on picture, which looks good. And that's a weird chin, flat face or chin, which looks better. But I'm willing to give it a chance. Maybe it'll look better in person compared to on the box itself. So without further ado, let's see how long it's going to take to build Iron Man Mark III. Let's start the clock. Here we go. Okay, revealing the insides, we see a bunch of white bags. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can see we have 11 paper bags and 1 thick instruction booklet. And the booklet itself, a nice thick booklet, contains a bunch of interesting information, which includes some of the features of this Lego set, I'm guessing, and instructions on how to use your brick separating tool, which is useful information for everybody. I'm glad that's a standard. But that's enough flapping my guns. Let's get on to building bag 1. Okay, we begin our journey with the minifig of Tony Stark, and we've got the eternal question: which head do we use? Do we use the smirky glasses Robert Downey Jr., or do we use this non-glasses smile Robert Downey Jr.? I think today we're going to go with the glasses look, because I don't think I've got an Iron Man with the glasses yet. But it doesn't really matter, because he is going to wear his helmet. Like, you know, I'm just going to do it off camera. Here we go. Like so. Suiting up, bag 1 complete, and there isn't that much to say for right now. It's just the minifig, which looks nice, and this bit, which I don't know what this is. If I had to take a guess, it's the beginnings of the abdomen's lower area, which kind of makes some sense because we're going on to bag 2, and judging from this, he wants like a twisty bit. So let's quickly pull out bag 2. Bag 2 complete, and Iron Man minifig is pretty much out of the picture because we're just building more up the body. Yeah, I was right. This is the abs and the chest and such, but it's not really much to say at this point until we go into bag 3. I will say this, it's currently taking me this long approximately to put it all together. It doesn't feel tiring, or it doesn't feel like it's taking a long time. The flow is very good. It feels very quick. But enough about that. Let's go on to bag 3. So I'm just about finishing with bag 3. Yeah, bag 3 it was, and I've just noticed something, which is this part here, which is, I believe now to be the torso, and you can see a little circular area, which I believe is where the arc reactor is supposed to go, but it's not a light box. I don't remember seeing a light box for this set here, and right now it's a big old solid bit of Lego, just to make it as hard and as solid as possible. I'm wondering if it's possible to modify this set to be able to store a light box to have a glowing arc reactor, like with the Ransom Fern MOC. So it would be, let's see, I guess around about here at this point, where you would make some kind of hollowing out area to allow you to slip in the battery set, light set. And then how would you get it out? I don't know. This could be a one and done deal. I just wanted to highlight that because it looked quite interesting for a modification point of view. Bag 3 complete, and I was very far off. It's just the chest piece, which looks pretty accurate. Strangely enough, I'm getting all these bits, which don't look important at this point in time, but I think it's all right. It's just surprisingly high at this point. Whatever. Clearly the torso, upper torso part doesn't really matter at this point because it's incomplete. But let's continue on with bag 4 to see if we can join the two bits together. Okay, I'm in the process of building bag 4, and I just noticed something which I thought it's worth mentioning. It's a really interesting way of constructing and using these bits. Look at these arms, like so, and then you build it outwards like this. I just thought it was a really neat way of having a bit of a bit of decoration, a bit of yeah, it just looked like a nice little decorative piece. And it doesn't really do much except just go on to, yeah, it doesn't look like it does much except go on to here. But I thought it just looked very cool. And I wanted to highlight this bit just to praise whoever designed this set. And yeah, and it's a nice little bit of detail. Oh, it's difficult to do with one hand. All right, let's try this like this. Two become one. Yeah. And that's the end of bag 4. And it looks like this. That's a proper torso right here. And it's a good, solid, chunky build. You can crush it with your hands and only a little bit of it fall apart, but that's fine. Let me just put that back together. As I was saying, a good chunky build in your hands. It's unlikely to fall apart. That's what I like about these sets. Nice, big and chunky. Right, let's get on to, I'll tell you what, that was a little bit on the long side. Lots of bits coming together, but it does produce something solid. It slowed me down a little bit. Let's see if it speeds up. Bag 5. Lots of bits. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We've got a problem, folks. We've got a missing piece. So I'm looking for these 2 dots to go across here, like so, and I can't find it here. Okay, so I've built around as much as I can without that piece, but now I need that piece here. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think what we're going to do is just put this piece in here for now, like that. And then, who knows, maybe I built it inside the leg in the wrong spot somewhere. We're going to keep building it and then see if any missing pieces or pieces in the wrong places get revealed towards the end of this bag. Oh no, no, this isn't good. Okay, we're about to start bag 6 and I couldn't find that piece. Oh no, this isn't good. And I've also got all these pieces too. This seems like way too many pieces. Like these angle bits and these triangle bits. This doesn't feel right. Oh no, but the legs here. Oh no. Well, maybe it's on the floor somewhere. I think, or worse comes to worse, I think I might have a spare one of these bits here from one of my various different Lego builds. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plow on with bag 6 right here. I'll just plow on with bag 6 and hope that everything magically fixes itself. We're gonna be building the other leg from now on. So bag 6. I found it! I found it inside bag 5. I think. I found it. Oh, thank you, bag 6. See, I noticed in bag 6 that these little 2 bits were coming in a small bag, so I went back in my scrap pile in bag 5 and I found it. Oh, what a relief. So I'm just gonna see if I can quickly fix this. Hang on, I'll just mount this on my there, and I will just plop this into here, and then I'll see if I can get into better view. And then thank you. All is right with the world. Right, I'm gonna have a little gripe at this point. So these paper bags, I completely understand why Lego are doing this. Paper bag is better for the environment. It allows for recycling, and it's generally, I presume, cheaper than plastic bags. But I miss those transparent plastic bags because you can see all the bits inside, and you can see if any bits are stuck inside. Easy. It's yes, very much first world problems. I understand. Let's just carry on with bag 6. Bag 6 complete, and we've got ourselves a second leg, nice and solid like that. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is pretty solid. The body is just very nicely put together. It's like a decent toy. So, onto what I believe is, that's interesting. So it's the feet and the base coming up next, which is coming up in bag 7. Bag 7 complete, and what we have ended up with is a solid base, and we're about to go on to bag 8. But before we go on to bag 8, I wanted to query about something. So we've been getting 2 sets of colors, one blue, one white, and I can't see why they need to be different colors. I thought they'd be like a secret picture underneath while you're building it together, but no, there doesn't seem to be. It's just one blue, one white, and I can't figure out why. As it could be because we just need to figure out which is left foot and which is right foot, but I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me, especially when this is going to be covered in a grey base. I guess maybe more will be revealed later on as we move on to bag number 8. So it has been revealed as to why these sides are left and right, blue and white, and it is exactly right. It's to color code, make sure you got the feet in the right position. So we have this blue, which goes into this blue section here. That was a white onto a white. And what happens is you clip it into place. Like this, which would be easier if I could just position myself in the right way. So you position your foot through this hole and clip like this. And that's it. Now they're all locked into place, which seems like an unnecessary step because surely you'd be having a look at it right now, I guess they do look identical. So maybe when they were testing this kit on various people before it was released, maybe it was a case of people were getting mixed up and causing problems. So I guess it's just a little bit of extra helpage color coding it. Fair enough. I do like this sign because it's not a sticker. This sign is printed on. So good thumbs up on that. Points on that. So I think the next thing is to try and put Mr. Iron Man into place. I'm just going to have to hold this here again. Let's see what we can do about this. Where does this go? Okay, I see. So the ball joint goes into the ball joint section. The clip goes into this clip. Do I just force it down and hope for the best? Yep. You just force it down, hope for the best, and there you go. He has very spindly ankles. Is that right? Does that look right to me? Yeah, I guess that does look right. I guess at this point you just have to build up the rest of it with the rest of these pieces. Bag 8 complete, and we have a fully standing Iron Man shell. And we've got the feet here, which don't really move that much. The base is solid, and it's all looking pretty good. At this point, I really would like to compare Ransom Fern's mock design compared to this, but I won't be doing that until the end once it's complete. We're not finished yet. We're just on to the next bag, which is bag 9. Judging from the picture, I think, yep, if this thing would actually focus, yeah, we're looking into one of the shoulders. I don't know. Let's see what bag 9 has for us. Bag 9 complete, and it's the shoulders and the biceps. Let's explore. So clicky articulation right here, clicky articulation here. Overall looks good. There was one bit of imperfection. See this little nib bit here? They're supposed to be on both sides. I couldn't find the nib bit there in all these individual spare bits that I have. I've got lots of these, but not that. I'm not too concerned about that particular bit. Maybe it will show up in one of the future bags, as I've noticed in this set where other bags seem to have the bits I may need. And so I'm sure I've got another one of these little nib bits in my assortment of items, so I'm not that concerned. So with that being said, as I reach down, let's take a look at number 10, the penultimate bag. Bag 10 complete. Let's explore. So we get the forearms in this position like so, and we get a little bit of the sorting of the back right here to make more of a complete body, and it's all looking like this. Interesting note here, there's movement and articulation here, but no movement and articulation at the elbow on either of these arms. They're stuck like this, which was a little bit unexpected for me. I was expecting full articulation on all the arms, but it is what it is. We'll see how it turns out at the end. I mean, yeah, we'll see how it looks at the end, because now we're at the final bag. We're at number 11. I made a start and making a start on the hands, and I just wanted to comment on something. I wanted to comment on how this is done with the hands and the fingers. So what we have here is these little claw bits, and we also have like a bar that goes across there. This picture here shows you a better view of the hand, and the idea is it's just a hand like this. And I thought that was pretty cool and worth noting, because I haven't seen a design like this before. Very, very clever use of Lego bits. Okay, we're pretty much at the end now, and I just wanted to show you the head before I attach it to the body, and the head looks like this, which does look better in person compared to actually in the picture itself. The picture doesn't quite do it justice. Hello, my name is Iron Man. I'm Anthony Stark, but that's a secret, or not. I don't know. So yes, it does look a bit better in person, but I don't know what it is. There's something uncanny valley about it. I can't quite tell if it's this top bit here or if it's the mouth, but something's a bit off. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you think the head's good, or do you think the head's a bit iffy? Anyway, I'm going to attach the head onto the body now, where it just clicks into place like this. And then we've got the arc reactor part here, which is a very simple component. It's just a bit with a hole in it, and I just shove it in the chest, in the whole cavity, like this. Which is kind of tricky to do with one hand, but I shall persevere like so. Like that. And there he is, the complete set. And yep, I think we're calling that done. Let's stop the clock. And this is it. This is the entire set in all its mostly articulate glory. So, legs don't move, the body doesn't move. Very solid little build. And all in all, it looks good. I'm going to tidy up this mess, which incidentally, I never did find the extra part for the missing bit back here, but I will see if I can find another piece in the back. But if I can't find it in my bits collection, I will just simply order another bit. But let me tidy up and have a moment to digest my thoughts about this set. And but before I return with my full thoughts, I just noticed a problem. His iron nipples are showing, which is not visible here. So I'm guessing the only two bits which could fit are these curvy bits. Yeah, and I got two of them, one here, one here. So let's cover up his iron nips. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? It's fine. Don't worry. It's all part of the building process. Just very delicately put it back into place. And he's just looking around. Nobody notices. Nobody saw the nips. No, no, no. And well, I'll just show you how it clips into place like this. You get the little holes in the hook like this, and you shove it in like a chiropractor's delicate hands snapping bones. And yep, that looks good. Is that okay, Iron Man? Are you okay? Is that a yes? Good. Can you give us a thumbs up? You sort of can. You sort of can. Here he is, Anthony Stark, Iron Man Mark III. And this is the complete set in all its glory. Now, overall, I think that this is a very good set that falls short of being a great set. Let's talk about some of the things. Let's talk about the things I do like about this set. Overall, I like the way it looks. I think it looks good and solid, and it looks great on one's grown-up bookshelf. And it is a significant difference over the Ransom Fern MOC design. And whilst the MOC that Ransom Fern created is actually amazing in the sense of how they were able to construct an entire Iron Man out of 3 different sets and trying to work with what they had, this has the cheating advantage of having every single piece of Lego available to them by design at the very beginning, able to design how everything fits together. And clearly they're going to get some good details here, and it clearly is going to be a good solid piece. It's not going to look a bit janky per se, it's going to look solid and decent. Another thing I like about this official Iron Man build is how solid it feels and how rigid the whole thing feels to keep together. And that's comparison to the MOC, which feels delicate to hold and fragile. And it's no fault of Ransom Fern, that's just how it is. In terms of trying to piece together bits of Lego and design which is not meant to go together. But when I hold this Iron Man with my hands, I feel safe. I don't feel anxious that it's all going to fall apart. I feel like it's going to be put together. And for people who want to look at this Iron Man and go, oh, that's so cool, can I take a look at it? It's that solidness that reassures you to go, you know what, this is cool. Pick up my Iron Man and have a little play with him. That would be cool. The other thing that I found quite pleasant about this entire set was that it was simple. It was relatively simple to put together, and it felt quick to put together. Despite the fact that it took over 3 hours for me to build by myself, it felt smooth, and I didn't really struggle to put anything together, and I didn't feel like I was dragging and taking too long and being bored. Everything was put together really nicely, really smooth, and it was a pleasure to put together. The head itself, I'm 50-50 with how I feel about the head. I will admit that the head does look better in person than it does on pictures, and I don't quite understand why that is. But on the other hand, there's something not quite right about it, and I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's because of these joining bits here. Maybe it's because it's not quite a smooth, solid piece of helmet. I'm not sure. Maybe it is the jawline. I don't know, but there's something about it that doesn't quite sit right with me. It's got like an uncanny valley feel to it, which is a stupid thing to say because it doesn't look anything like a person. And I think I just prefer the printed face design over the built together official design because I maybe like the shape more and it's less joiny bits together. I don't know. I don't know if they could have used this as a reference to get the design across. Maybe this is the best they could do. I don't know. I'm not a Lego expert. Yes, I will admit it is a great bit of engineering, and I know I couldn't do any better about this. But personally, I feel like there's something missing or there's something not quite right. And I feel bad for saying it because it's a good bit of design. The one thing I found a bit disappointing about this whole set is the articulation. Yes, it is a display piece. It's not meant to be played as a toy. I understand that. However, I don't understand why the limited articulation with the arms, especially the right shoulder. It's stuck in this position. It's stuck in this angled position like this. There is no articulation with the legs. There is some articulation with the torso, and there is some articulation with the shoulders, allowing the arms to go up and down in such a fashion. But it's so limiting. I don't know why it's so limiting. When you compare it to Ransom Fern's MOC, it's a night and day. Not only is there articulation with the arm, but also with the elbows and with the hands. There is a greater range of movements of the joints here, which allows for a more expressive Iron Man. And I believe, if I remember correctly, no, there isn't any articulation in the knees. I was mistaken. But this elbow articulation here, surely if it could be done as a MOC, it could have been done with the official product. So I don't quite understand why it's so limited, personally. Another thing which they are seriously lacking on, and I also don't understand why this didn't happen, is lights. There are no light bricks in here. This is a solid bit of plastic Lego with, I believe, it was just printed on. Why is this not a light source? Why is this not a light brick? Ransom Fern managed to squeeze in a light brick and it works perfectly well. It looks brilliant. I don't understand why this particular design doesn't have a light brick. And whilst I was building it, you can see how it's all being mashed together solid in a big plastic lump. Surely they must have been able to design something to fit in a light brick of some kind. Something must have been able to be done, surely. I don't know why they didn't do it. Was it a cost-cutting thing? Was it an oversight from the design? I don't know. I just feel like it was a missed opportunity not to have a light brick inside his chest. Despite the things I don't like about this Iron Man set, the rest of it does look really good, and it doesn't entirely take away from having this set in your grown-up bookshelf. I think it's good. I think it looks really great, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. At the time of the recording, this comes in at £120 regular retail price. Do I think it's worth that much money? No. I feel like it's a little bit too expensive. I mean, for £120, I would expect it to have a light brick in the center. If it was around about £100 or less, I think that's a more fair price to add, or something along that lines. In fact, I am noticing at the time of this recording that there are many Iron Man sets which are coming for about £100 on sale. So if you manage to find this at that price, or even a cheaper price, then I think you would be pretty happy with this in your collection. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of other MOCs outside, custom designs, which could free up the articulation of this Iron Man suit. And I'm sure there's even design kits for adding lights in these particular sources here. So yeah, I think it's worth having in your collection. I don't think it's worth paying full price. Sale price, absolutely. And be open to the idea of customizing this to make it look better than it already is. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining and maybe a little bit informative. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what's happened? Iron Man, what's happened? Wait, where did this bit come from actually? Oh, it's his face! Oh no, his face. I'm sorry, Iron Man, I shouldn't have been touching your face. Oh no. Oh, how's this supposed to go? Don't look, don't panic, don't panic. You know what I was saying about him being solid? That's usually fine, that's usually right. How does this go again? It goes, E. How's this supposed to go? I guess it's, oh, here we go, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Tony. Let me just put your face back on. And I'll just clip you back into place there. That's it. You remember when I said that this unit was pretty solid and was unlikely to fall apart? Ignore that bit falling off his face. That was just me being reckless. Back to the bit. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and a little bit entertaining. And I'll see you next time. Right. You shouldn't touch his mouth because it's a little bit unstable unless you've got delicate fingers that I don't have. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Bye.